Hey everyone, you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. I am Thejas and this is the AEW Dynamite Grand Slam review. Before we get into this review, guys, make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, do all that great stuff. And guys, we began with the one of the biggest show of AEW Dynamite history, biggest crowd, over 20,000 fans, and this was such a fantastic feel, man. The crowd had shown so much enthusiasm into this whole show, and we began the show. We opened the show with the match we had been waiting for, that is the Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. And this was fantastic, man. This was amazing, and you can throw it off as much as good words you can, because this was such level that they actually performed. And I actually didn't think that this was way above 30 minutes they got, because yeah, this was a 30-minute time limit. And when Justin Roberts kind of said that it is going to be just 1 minute remaining, and I was like, I actually watched this match for 29 FN minutes, and I'm not even thinking like it's like yeah, it just passed on, it just flew on by, and I was completely invested into this. It was such a great, and it didn't have that Kenny Omega kind of matches we have seen, like the interruptions and the shenanigans that they play with Young Bucks or Don Callis. That wasn't the case, and this was no interruption, and you enjoy this match, man. You will enjoy this match. This was fantastic match, and the selling that Bryan Danielson did, the sympathy that he created, that he received from the fans, and the Kenny Omega's heel character that he played to perfectly. And it was great, man. I didn't see any negatives or something, because I didn't see this match going to way over like length or something. I enjoyed this was amazing, man. The chops and the reversals, the counter maneuvers, and the comebacks, that both of them, the cut off by Kenny Omega that was happening prior to the comeback of Bryan Danielson. This was great, man. Every aspect of this match, I loved it. And in the finish of this match, we saw Omega actually. Danielson and Omega exchanged headbutts on their knees. They stood up and continued to trade strikes while the bell rang to end the match in a draw. This was a 30-minute time limit match, so it went for a draw, and the decision went to a draw. And I do expect at some point next year, maybe we would see a title match between these guys. I mean, they have done this match, and Omega actually had tweeted that he's not giving any rematch or something. So I think they're gonna hold on to Bryan Danielson's next match. We are gonna see this match, and it's like you're gonna wait for to ripe to the fruit to ripe, because it's gonna be delicious when we are going to see the second match between these guys. And that's an outstanding match, man. And we had a Punk promo after that. CM Punk made his big ovation entrance. It was Punk Punk's normal kind of promo that I actually expected. Didn't have something kind of brawl or something with Powerhouse Hobbs, which is CM Punk is gonna face Powerhouse Hobbs at AEW Rampage this Friday night. So we didn't see that. It was normal, and at times I thought CM Punk was getting in kind of a heelish side. Thought about that maybe he could take heel turn, kind of had a speculation kind of thing. Don't know. I don't think so he's gonna take that heel turn right now. But and that's it, man. This was he finished it off that this is mine ring. And he said that Team Time should have finished the job. They tried to put through my table, and you made a mistake, and he's gonna learn it, he says. And I think CM Punk is gonna get the victory on Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't think so he's not getting, after defeating Darby Allin, I don't think so he's gonna take a loss on Hobbs. So yeah, good promo, good. It was nice. And we go to the next match, MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. This was a good match. As I said in my prediction in my Twitter, that I wasn't into the story that much, and the chemistry was sometime off little bit, but Pillman Jr. played it this match very well. I would say he still is not into that main event level, or you can hang it up with main event guys or something. It's my opinion, guys, but it was a good watch. I would say you can watch it, and it had a good story of insulting his family, so that's what the story is written on it. And yeah, and this match actually got ended where Pillman went for a springboard move, but MJF out of nowhere, the experience advantage, that's the story there, and caught him in the Fujiwara armbar, and then he immediately tapped out onto his submission maneuver, and that was a good booking, I would say. MJF winning, and I actually predicted Brian Pillman, not onto the love of Brian Pillman Jr., because I thought Wardlow maybe kind of turn on MJF. I thought about that's what, and we are still into that. We are still waiting for that. I think so. Before AEW Full Gear, they would be having MJF versus Wardlow. That's the program. I think so. Maybe they're gonna build up. Maybe we could see a short program with any guys. Let's see how it goes for MJF then. And we get to the next match: Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black. Malachi Black's entrance is such an amazing thing to watch, man. It's amazing. It's great, and one of the entrants that I love in AEW Dynamite and AEW actually. And this was a very good match, I would say. And yeah, a very good match, I would say. Cody Rhodes performed well, and as I predicted, thank God Malachi Black got the victory, and I was completely on to Malachi Black because he needs that victory. He's more over as a heel character than Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes was also getting some boos as well. As for the match, this told a good story. Cody Rhodes was kind of getting into heelish attempts as well when he was targeting onto the leg of Malachi Black, but it wasn't like in a sympathy level, because Malachi Black is much more bigger heel than Cody Rhodes. And this Malachi Black got the victory, and we had a Arn Anderson some kind of interference. I don't know what I thought about. He was going to turn heel or something, but no. And for somewhat reason, her wife Brandy Rhodes was also on his corner, onto his corner, and they had that sitting pose that Aleister Black, aka, did on the WWE when that springboard sit up. And yeah, and we had Brandy Rhodes also doing that, and that was cool to see. And in the ending of the match, we saw Rhodes threw shots at Black in the corner. Ref Paul Turner was trying to interject, but Cody got upset and shoved him away, and Black spat mist in the eyes of Rhodes and then put him inside the cradle and got the victory. I like the ending. I mean, he stole the victory. It wasn't a clean victory, so that in that manner Cody Rhodes isn't losing in a very big way, like in a clean way or something, like he did a month ago. So great booking that they did. Malachi Black got the victory here. It was a good match to watch, I would say. Nothing amazing, I would say, but you can watch it. The story was good. It was engaging. It was certainly pretty enjoyable, you can say. And we get to the next match: Sting and Darby Allin versus FTR. Probably the most enjoyable match of this card of Dynamite, because this was one of my second favorite match, I could see, because the performance that Sting had, man, he's just getting better and better every time that he gets into the ring. The last time he actually shook us, and this time he shook us so much, because he was performing the body slams and the Irish strips like you are in 30s or 40s. He's 62, guys, and he's still performing so much amazing, man. So much great. He's performing very, very well. And the tandem offenses, the tandem offenses and the cohesion that Sting and Darby Allin, it's like they are such made for each other kind of tag team. They should go for the tag team titles. I thought about it. Was so good, and they meshed it pretty well with the heels FTR, and they are also very good, and they sold pretty well. The bumps and all they took very well. And as my prediction went by, Sting and Darby Allin got the victory, and I am very happy about that. And very crowd was pleased about that, and got a great reception. Much respect for Sting, still doing this, to say the least, man. He deserves so much respect doing this thing. at this age, and it's very rare to see like that. We get a hype up of Miro versus Sammy Guevara for next week's Dynamite for the TNT Championship, and we had the main event finally: Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho over the AEW Women's Championship on the line. The match I was also waiting for, the fact that they actually tried pretty very well to kind of a believable factor like Ruby Soho would be winning the AEW Women's Championship, but back of the mind can say that Britt Baker just won the championship like 2 months before or something. She's not she isn't gonna like the lose the title. That had my prediction, and that was the result, as Britt Baker retained the championship by a submission. I thought about that. That was a too much kind of thing. I mean, Ruby, so they could have pinned they could have after that stomp, because she didn't. That stomp was really cool, man. One of the best stomp that I've seen. Is it better than Seth Rollins' stomp? I don't know. He's the creator, but Britt Baker, yeah, at least what I have seen, I think so. He's the creator, but Britt Baker did that move very well, and that's suiting very well. And then she had the submission lockjaw. This was a good match, a good main event. I will stick on to that good factor only. It was enjoyable at times I would say, but it didn't go into too much kind of exciting level, or kind of like very great or something. Kind of expected that, I actually expected that, but the swinging neck breaker that the Baker did onto the floor, that was great. That's one of the thing, and that continuity onto that offense was great, and that was one of the point that I liked. A good main event to close out the show, and the you can literally watch this whole show, man. You will not be embarrassed to, I mean, watching after this show, because this was great, and this was great would be like an understatement. This was amazing, fantastic show, I would say. Maybe you could say that I'm like overrating, because one of the negatives, if you can pick up the nitpicking, I would say that MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. wasn't like in a level, I would say. Apart from that, rest all I think it was great for what it actually was, and it was amazing, and I enjoyed to the fullest. So have your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, of this week's Dynamite Grand Slam show, and what's your thoughts on the show, and what was your favorite match of this week's Dynamite? Put it on the comment section below, and see you guys in the next review. And until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.